Hello friends, this video on Kingdom Animalia Part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let us start with levels of organization. What do I mean by levels of organization? Whenever I talk about organization, I am talking about the organization of the body of the animal. What is the body composed of? Body is composed of cells. Now we want to see what kind of organization is there. How are the cells organized? The different ways in which cells are organized to form the basic body of animals. That is known as levels of organization. So how that cells are organized? Now there are three basic levels of organization which we will look here. Cellular level, tissue level, organ level, organ system level. So these are the different levels of organization. What does each of them mean? When I say cellular level, that means the body is made up of cells, and that's it. Body is nothing but a combination of many cells. When I say tissue level of organization, I mean that a group of cells which perform a similar function, they group together to form tissue. So the body is basically made up of cells, but those cells are grouped together to form tissues. So you have different types of tissues in different parts of the body. The next is organ level, where even the tissues combine together to form a specific organ. When I talk about organ, for example, let us consider the human body as an example that will help you to understand it better. Like inside our body, cells are present everywhere, but those cells, similar cells, group together to form tissues. For example, we talk about connective tissue, we talk about nervous tissue. So the functions of cells which form nervous tissue are different from the cells which form connective tissue, right? So the cells with similar functions, they group together to form different types of tissues. Again, these tissues group together to form organs which perform a specific function. For example, lungs. What are lungs? They are organs. Now what is lung made up of? Lungs are made up of tissues, and those tissues are made up of cells. So lungs, kidneys, liver, pancreas, what are they? They are different organs. So the tissues again group together to form specific organ, and each of those organs will have a specific function to perform. For example, liver has a specific function, kidney has a specific function. And the fourth one is organ system level of organization. Now these organs will again group together to form organ systems. For example, just now I talk about liver, pancreas, stomach, intestine. So they are all different organs. But when these organs group together, they form an organ system that is called the digestive system. So any organ system of the body which perform a specific function. So digestive system performs a specific function. It helps in digestion of food. So it breaks the food into simpler form and then extracts it, the simplest form. It takes out the glucose from it, it absorbs it, it sends it to different parts of the body. So that is a specific flow of a function which is carried out by the digestive system. And the digestive system is composed of different organs. So these are the four different levels of organization. So now let us try to understand each of them. Cellular level of organization. These are, as I said, these are nothing but cluster of cells form the entire body of the animal. So there is no concept of grouping the cells into different parts based on their function. So that doesn't matter. One group of cells is there and they will only perform all different types of functions for that animal. So this is the lowest level of organization because there is no specialization here. The cells are not specialized here to perform some specific function. Some division of labor exists in the cell. So division of labor, that means some cell will perform some function, some other cell will perform some other function. So that division of labor is not very distinct here. It is kind of vague because the cells are not grouped, right? So this type of organization basically is also known as the cell aggregate body plan. Cell aggregate, because body is nothing but aggregate of cell. That is why it is known as cell aggregate body plan. Here tissues or organs are absent because when cells are not grouped to form tissues, so obviously that if tissues don't exist, organs will not exist. So we do not see any tissue, do not see any organ. Example of organisms which exhibit cellular level of organization is porifera, which are also commonly known as sponges. Now these terms, these phylum which we are going to discuss in this lesson, they are not new to you because you have studied about each of these phyla in class 9th in diversity of living organisms. So you have some basic idea about each of them. So you all know what are sponges, the organisms which have pores throughout their bodies, as you can see in this picture. So these porifera here, you do not have specific tissues or you do not have organs like lungs and kidneys, etc. So it is nothing but a cluster of cells, and that cluster of cell will only perform all the functions which are needed for the survival of this organism. So this is cellular level of organization. Going to the next one, that is tissue level of organization. What happens here? Here the cells are grouped to form tissues. Now any cell, if you take out any group of cell, they cannot form tissue. Only the cells which have a common function to perform, they can group to form tissues. Cells are specialized with division of labor. So in this case, since the cells are forming a tissue, as I said, as I took the example of connective tissue and nervous tissue. So when you talk about the connective tissue, there all the cells have to be similar in the respect that they all should perform the function such that they can help in connecting the body. Right? Similarly, the nervous tissue cells should all perform a common function. They should have a common objective. So here the cells are specialized with division of labor. Division of labor is more distinct here. So tissue is present, but however organs are absent. That is, tissues again do not combine or they do not come together to form organs. So we do not see organs here. Examples would be coelentrates. So hydra, here the picture which you are seeing is of hydra. So hydra is an example of tissue level of organization. So here you do see tissues, but there are no specific organs here. The third level, that is the organ level of organization. So here tissues are grouped to form organs, so a yet higher level. So these organs are present specialized for a function. So as I said before also, lungs will have its own specific function. Kidney will do its own job. Similarly, liver will do its own job. So every organ will have a very specialized function. So here also if you see, the specialization and the division of labor is very distinct. So example would be platyhelminths. That is the flatworms. So this picture which you see here is of planaria. So here you can see organs. So while looking at the picture itself, you can make out that at least you can see some different parts of the body. You can actually see different organs here. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.